Hi friends, April 2024 has been a tough month for me. I try to diversify in terms of different expert advisors and currencies and strategies, but this month I've had multiple of my accounts not just take a drawdown, but take a big drawdown, and they're all different strategies, they're all different expert advisors. I'm talking about like Forex Gold Investor, Waka Waka, and EA Studio, all different strategies, all totally not correlated, but all just tanking. So today I want to take a step back and see what I can learn from other people who are also trading Darwinex, who are doing much better than me this month. If you've watched a few of my videos, you'll notice I usually put links at the bottom where you get a coupon to sign up and get a discount with Darwinex Zero. And the kind people at Darwinex have been able to share with me the statistic of some of my subscribers so we can take a look from real traders. Because aren't you tired about hearing the same people again? Yes, THA is great, but he has like 10 years of experience. And is it possible for mere mortals like us to catch up to him? I like to hold polls in my YouTube community, and this is one that I set up 11 days ago. It said, do you trade full-time, part-time, or double? And 28% of you said you trade full-time, which makes 125 people who watch my YouTube video who are very, very smart and very competent full-time traders. And here is a statistic of all the people who have ever clicked on one of my links and signed up to Darwinex Zero. A total of 300 people have signed up with the Darwinex Zero, and 45 of those received allocation, and they received 2.4 million euros. So these people are super, super smart. The top 3 people have received 180 euros, 180,000 euros. Second place is 135,000 euros, and third place is 130,000 euros as of the end of March 2024. Wow, there are some really, really good traders out there. So let's spy on these traders and see what we can learn from them. In first place, receiving a total allocation of 180,000 euros is ZADM by this guy. And let's take a look at his equity chart. Looks pretty nice. It started off way back in December of 2023. And this person has received 2 allocations, the first one being a 50k back in February, and the second allocation being 180k back in March. What's really interesting about this is notice how the equity chart goes up, and right now he is in a drawdown at about negative 1.27%. However, if you take a look at his rating, it's at 74.61. I checked this about 2 days ago and it was over 75, even though he is in a current drawdown. So even though this user made a 15% profit with a 10% drawdown, and this month he is in drawdown, he can still get allocation. I totally didn't know that. I'm going to skip user number 2 because it looks like they're having a bad month as well. Let's go straight to user number 3. This is FMGQ, who is currently managing $55,000 in allocation, but historically this user has been managing much, much more. So remember, when you get allocation in Darwinex Silver, you get to keep it for 3 months. So this user received 25,000 back in the start of December 2023, and 3 months later, see this step down, that's when they lost that $25,000 in allocation. So every time you go up, that means you receive an allocation, and the stepping stone down, that means you've lost the previous month's allocation because you only get a keeper for 3 months. But that is fine. Even though this user has had 3 originally, right now the user only has 1 allocation, so he's still eligible to get more allocation if he hits 75 this month. This is the current leaderboard for all the people who have signed up under one of my links. This is for April of 2024. So even though I have had a bad month this month, these people have all managed to rake it in terms of returns. So let's take a look at this person, SMCW. SMCW is currently managing 60,000 euros in allocation, and this person has made a total of 14% with a maximum drawdown of 4%. Wow, this person must be a very good trader, because out of the 7,000 people who are currently participating in Darwinex Silver, this person is the 25th best person in the entire world. And if we take a look at that equity chart, that's looking very nice. And this person has received two 30K allocations with potentially much more this month. Congratulations, anonymous user who I have no idea who you are. Remember that the current allocation for the current month is changing all the time. So we don't really know what's going to happen until the very last day of the month when they do the cutoff. So let's take a look at last month and see the biggest allocations from last month. March of 2024, in first place, we've got KRMO, who was a total of 8th position in all of Darwinex in the entire world. KRMO has a total allocation of 130,000 euros and is made 15% and a maximum drawdown of 3%. But if you look at the trading history, this person has not been trading for that long. The account was started back in mid-February, so only a couple of months of trading. And the Darwinex creation was done on the 2nd of March 2024. And what's interesting, really interesting about this account is notice the current return of the current month. It is currently in a loss, but because this trader has performed so well historically, they are rated at 82%, which means if the person doesn't trade any more this month, that's fine. They will still get their allocation. And that might be this person's strategy. Take a look at the equity chart. You see there's a boop up here, a boop up here, and a boop up here. The rest of the time, it's relatively flat. So if we go over to strategy analysis, and down here, this is what we're looking more for. So you can see all these lines up and down. So the last time that this person traded was back in March the 20th, and after that there really hasn't been that much trading since. This month there's been some nominal trades, probably at tiny lot sizes, but no trading for the past month and a little bit, and yet this person is still able to get a rating of 82 with an allocation this month, and this person is currently in a drawdown. Isn't it amazing the information you can learn just by spying on other people? Today we've learned that with a Darwinex you can get allocation even if you're not trading. With my own personal accounts, I am in a bit of a drawdown. If I had just stayed out of the market, I would be in a much better position. So one option is just to trade at 0.01 lot size just to keep your account active. And we've seen evidence that even though you are in a drawdown this current month, you can still get allocation based on your previous performance. If I've piqued your interest and you do want to sign up to Darwinex, there is a link down below in the video with a discount code. If you still want to learn more about Darwinex before you dive in, then watch this video right here where you can learn a lot more about Darwinex.